boys, guess where we're at? We're ready to do circuit branch 5. That's right, we've covered 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now here we are. I've marked this as 5, and basically these two plugs, connectors, are going to the instrument cluster connection. So they're going to the instrumentation or the gauge, your instrument panel. They don't plug in, so they give you this added loom to install, and then you got that, which is great, because and then you've got all these extra wires. Now if you're wiring individually to a different type of something other than factory aftermarket instrument panel, then you could wire it directly like that. But if you're going to a factory plug-in, I think this is the factory connector. So each one of these wires would go, and this inside here would tell you where each one of those wires in goes, and then you plug that into the back of the dash. And it also comes with all the grommets, and here's your door switches as well that were in the same bag. So here's some more connectors and such that you're going to need, as well as more connectors. If you're going to wire individually with each gauge, then you would go this route here where you can plug these into your gauges, and so that's that kit right here. And it also comes with these, and it looks like it's a couple of lights on a pigtail here that may go inside the dash somewhere, may go to your instrument panel, but all this comes together. Oh, and weird, this goes to the brake pressure differential warning switch extension that goes in circuit branch 2, I think, where you attach it to this wire here, as if it's got this plug in there that you use for that warning. And I didn't find that earlier, and I just now found it, so I was like, what is that? Oh, okay, so we've got that. And now that's just half of the branch 5. The other half happens to be a shitload of wires, and these wires, it shows, comes down here, and the easiest one we see is the wiper motor connector, which goes outside the firewall and then apparently comes back in to the wiper motor, wherever that is, in the cowl maybe, or on the firewall. So that's easy. Then you got a main power feed, starter solenoid, voltage regulator feed, and that's what these other wires are in here, the big battery wires. And they also are connectors that go inside the engine compartment, and I'll show those in a minute. A lot of that is, these are labeled on the wires of where they're going, but this diagram in the back might help you. This one here, it might give you an indication, like for instance, this spiral wire that's in there, I don't know that unless you have this VSS connection set up on your car, then it's a speed sensor. You would just delete that. But then here's your wiper motor connector and all your other wires and where they're going, and so that will help you on circuit branch 5. So, and that's pretty much self-explanatory, that all this goes underneath the engine compartment, this goes inside the dash. And so let's see, do we do 6 here? Yes, let's do 6. We're moving right along. Now 6 is pretty simple, but there are some things that I want you to see here. This is basically the wiper washer switch that goes, connects to the switch inside the dash. Now this fits the one I've got, So this goes to your wiper control switch in the dash. That was pretty easy. And then we go over here to the different part of the circuit. You'll find some wires here that say cigarette lighter, heater, radio leads, radio power, and then you come over here with some thicker wires. So this right here is the ignition switch, I think, connection to a 1969 switch for a 69, if that's, I've never seen one, so I'm just assuming that is for that, because for the 1970 they want you to take this wire loom here, 510179, and you're going to add this to that, so that this becomes plug-in for your 1970, which is, that goes to the ignition. And to do that, you're going to plug this in there, but you're going to cut these 4 wires. I'm not sure about that little wire, but here's your connector kit for that. And so you're going to make this turn into that for the 1970. If you had a 69, you would just plug that in, I suspect. So that's for that. And if you'll notice, there's a dash and radio lamp feeds that's showing, that says brake switch. Okay, so this brake switch is actually going to inside the where the brake pedal is. I suspect that switch there is where you're going to plug into that. And this right here, I'm not sure what this is. Dash and radio lamp feeds. I'm not really seeing. What is that? Radio battery. Radio. Oh, lights. This one is that one. I get. Yeah, here we go. So these are for the lights. Dash and radio lamp feeds. One says radio light, dash light. Okay, so this is your circuit 5. Now we've done 4 and we've done 5. And if you have any questions, just let me know. But basically we're moving right along, and the next video we will cover 6 through 10, which hopefully, 7 through 10. We've done, 5 through 6, and the next video will cover 7 through 10, which will be quite easy, I'm sure. This was one of the most difficult things, because they want you to wire this loom into about the 5th, about here. You're gonna tie this to like this, and then just run this relay wherever you want to, but that becomes that, so that you can take this and join these two together, and then that'll feed back to the ignition. Now here's the thing, if you're all the way over here, we'd be on the passenger side of the car, so I'm suspecting that all of this will pull away from the firewall, come towards the dash around where the steering column is coming out, and then lay down and follow the curvature of the dash, and then it may have to double back across the firewall further up, because it becomes, I don't know. No, I guess that would be right. I mean, by the time you got it up and tucked in and then started along the dash, this might be closer to where the steering column is. Just seems like it's a long reach is all. If you have any advice or suggestions, let me know on that. But there you go. We'll see you on the next video.